Field in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Welcome to the field, your 2024 Seattle Seahawks.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with the 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on 3rd down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains, and there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down, and 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Darnold. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Here comes Smith on the return. And he'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Second down, it's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
On comes the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. A good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Kobe Durant up to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Shaheed in motion. Darnold to throw on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll run with Walker.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He will do it himself. He's in. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Rams 0.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams offense make their way out to take over once more. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Stafford. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. He'll manage only a couple. Reek Willis brings him down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
That's not an easy catch by any means, but at this level, Mike, you get paid to catch them all. And really, you get paid to catch the hard ones. And you know that hit, it's coming either way. And I remember learning as a young player early in my career, the hit's coming, you're going to get knocked to the ground. It feels a lot better getting off the ground and handing the ball to the official.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. First down grab of the first of the game for Adams.
At the 13-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
First down, it is Williams. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
It is 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
34-yard attempt.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes White. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. He'll work forward for a couple. Tackle made by Nate Landry.
At the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Seattle.
First down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. A shotgun run now with Walker as they've got it with 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
27-yard line.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing, Darnold, and that is incomplete.
Just to go, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Rams 3.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Pass is caught left side. That's Parkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Stafford. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
That one caught by Adams. And he'll be marked down to 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Here's Stafford now on second down. That's to Parkinson, open right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Stafford. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith-Njigba. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
That's good.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Cameron Pearl brought him down. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Poona Ford is there to bring him down.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In motion is Barner. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he will have the Seahawks first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Now this looks like a design run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Darnold. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Rams.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Smith. It's another run here for Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up 4th down.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll send a tight end in motion. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Fighting for the marker. He loses the football. It always feels like it's a safe play. Just have the quarterback keep it, get that 1st down, try to extend it. But here it's not free, and the defense will take over.
Yeah, the priorities of a quarterback sneak, Mike, are A, get the 1st down, B, protect yourself, but C, protect the ball. And he was not able to do the 3rd part of that act, and he's going to cough it up now and give the ball right back to this defense.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. 2nd down, they need 7. Back to throw, Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
That's good for a Rams first down.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Back to throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. The motion man is Nakua. Now a second down throw for Stafford. A second effort, and he is in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. Point after try forthcoming.
For the extra point.
He gets it to go, and the Rams will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, here comes White. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Darnold now on 1st and 10. Cup is wide open. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
A gain there of 27 yards.
For a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
14 yards.
14 yards on the pickup there.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
To throw again is Darnold. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Moving to his right, he runs with it. And a nice run, and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Shaheed now to return it. It'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. And stop made by Byron Young.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
8. Second down and 8. Darnold now to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch. They just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Darnold to throw on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Darnold to the air once more. He's going to look deep. Going to Cup. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
That is fielded at the 13. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Man in motion is Smith. They go play action with Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. 2nd and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a 1st down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have 3rd and potentially 4th down, and you only need a couple yards.
Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
The Rams punting unit coming out as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
Braden Fisk on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Darnold to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready to take over once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's been taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
The catch made by Nakua. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 17 yards.
A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
1st and 10.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
The tackle by Josh Jobe. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Nakua getting the jet sweep. And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
They'll go with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Rams first down. A gain of a yard. First down, Los Angeles.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
3-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson.
Good drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Man in motion is Smith. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
The Rams going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams going to take the lead. It's now 13-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes White. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Shaheed in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They have the right play call. The screen goes for 15. And a 1st down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
His 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Darnold. Look wide. Get this one complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Side, he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
24 yards.
A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
At the 22-yard line.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, He just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
And 9 yards.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
It's now 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks have tied it up here in the fourth quarter. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. And Thursday Night Primetime continues after this. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. One in the remaining time. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Rams offense getting set to get back to work. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 15. First down, LA.
42-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
As is caught left side, that's Parkinson. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
They'll go again here with Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run over center with Williams. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Still first down.
They put Adams in motion. Stafford now. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
Stafford's pass complete to Kyron Williams. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Seahawks 33-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Parkinson in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still second down.
Second down, it's Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. It is a pickup of 18. And by a yard, they get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. Well, it's no secret to anybody who follows this league. This is one of the elite playmakers in the entire NFL. So he put one high, thinking his guy would go up there and get it. We've seen him do it so many times before, but just puts a little too much on it and ends up sailing over his head.
Stafford to throw again. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
There's not much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
A 31-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On play action, here's Darnold. He'll rotate up, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go play action with Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Off the play fake, here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Darnold to the air once more. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the play.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Darion Kendrick on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. This one not quite on target. Had him too much. That one falls incomplete.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. intercepted.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Jason Myers.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here comes Corum. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And this is going to be a Rams first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
And the Rams.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one's incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
The motion man is Nakua. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here is 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
7.
of the gun. It's Darnold. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nakua pulls it in. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here's Stafford. The catch made by Nakua. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They put Adams in motion. They'll run. It's Williams. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. One more time for Williams. And this time he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown Rams. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Rams 23, Seahawks 16.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken, Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here comes White. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That one's good for 26 yards.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Darnold now on 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Darnold to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Here's Darnold again. He'll get this complete to Walker. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, Seattle. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 33-yard line.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. To throw again is Darnold. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. A ball deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the